to Survival Homestead Teaching Farm. We want to welcome you and thank you for watching this video.
My name's Jeremiah. I grew up on a farm, but I wasn't necessarily always into farming. In fact, she actually does most of the farming, or, garden work and stuff. I grew up where my dad had a garden, had to work it. As a kid, I did not enjoy it. I'll admit, as I grew up, parents pushed for education, went to college, got my bachelor's, and then I went into the military. And I ended up injuring my back. So they said, thank you, but you can no longer serve because I can't run or jump anymore. And after that, I got out of the military and I went to law school and got my law degree. I am actually a licensed attorney. I still practice, although when I started out, that was my primary job, was an attorney. It has now turned into maybe 50-50, if that, of homestead versus actually taking on clients. How about yourself?
My background is a lot in the medical field. I am a doctor of natural medicine, so I do a lot of helping a person get through ailments and particular things and that's going on in their lives. And that ties into the homesteads. It's nice to have that knowledge, especially with the times that we're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, she makes her own aspirin, and it's not hard, and it doesn't require all the pharmaceutical crap that they push on you and stuff. A lot of things that we've grown accustomed to of just getting pharmaceuticals and going, oh, I got a headache, let me go take this. We don't know the effects of how that's going to go with your blood pressure medicine, adverse effects,
And all that can affect your liver and other body parts, whereas natural things that was put on this earth for us to use, they don't have the contraindications that the other medications do.
Yeah, I'm in the process of learning that a lot of the herbs that can help us can also help our livestock on our farm.
Yeah.
So if something ever happened and we needed to address that issue for our livestock, being able to go give them an herb and, without having to spend $300 on a vet bill, that would be invaluable. It wasn't until COVID that we really started focusing in on homesteading. So we're relatively new ourselves. We make mistakes, and we want you to learn from our mistakes.
We've come a long ways in the last couple of years. When the pandemic started, that really got us to thinking, hey, we really need to do stuff, because it was looking pretty dark there for a while.
Yeah.
We decided that we were going to start trying to be self-sufficient and live off the land and animals. We've learned a lot along the process.
We made a lot of mistakes, we won't lie, and we've had a lot of successes. For us, again, the pandemic was the awakening moment of how fragile our supply chain system is, and oh my goodness, maybe the supermarket won't have this meat or this flour, for a month or two, down the road. You don't know. You're relying on someone else to bring that to you. And
what if all that goes away? What if it all goes away? Then what?
You're relying on it to be healthy as well.
Yeah.
I know people that take shortcuts and chemicals and do other things to plants, that aren't the healthiest for us. So that was one thing that, if we can become more self-sufficient and less reliant on grocery stores or livestock feed from companies or just other things and be able to provide for ourselves on what little land that we have. And homesteading, you don't have to have, the 50 acres. I mean, that's great if you do, but you can do a lot on a very small acreage.
The homesteading journey has been interesting and fun. Many mistakes have been made, but we're learning from them, and we're learning how it used to be hundreds of years ago, how they used to live and survive.
And the thing is, we still have a lot more modern equipment that helps out, whereas people 100 years ago didn't have the things that we have. But even with that, it's hard. I've got to rely on other people because of my back to help me build certain things that we want done.
Yes, you heard that in the military.
Yeah. So I'm limited on certain things that I can do. She does a lot. She does things that I cannot do, that I do not know about. Do I have books on it, and can I read up and hopefully learn? Yes. Canning is an example. Even though she's canning, this year I got you the ball book, which to me, I looked over it and I was like, oh, this is brilliant. It tells me how I can can step by step.
The Ball Blue book.
Yeah, the Ball Blue book, which is a great canning book. Whereas she looked at it and she was like, another canning book. But then it was like when she actually looked at it, it was like,
it's very helpful.
Yeah, this is stuff that even though she's been canning for years, it had little tidbits that you learn from. And so community is very important.
Very important. Yeah.
Community will make things easier and a lot more efficient. Look at the Amish, for example. When they need a barn to be put together,
everybody comes together. Yeah.
Everyone come together and working, and they get that job done. So it's not a brutal, long thing for one person to do. Community is important, and establishing a good community is very key.
And one of those ways that you can help find people that can be a part of your community is through something that we went to, Prepper Camp, preppercamp.com. It was a great experience. They teach you so many things, and you get to meet a lot of like-minded individuals there.
Yeah. We first started going 2 years ago.
We've been 2 times.
Yeah, we've been 2 times. And no matter how experienced you are, there's something you can learn about. It is 3 days of classes every hour, ranging from everywhere from cheese making to beehive keeping to tanning hides to
canning and weaving your own yarn and thread, and every year classes will change some.
So they'll have some pour overs from the year before, but there will be changes every year and a new class is added, and it will show you, even if you're experienced, how little you know in certain areas. That was our first big kind of
aha moment.
Oh gosh, we are really behind. And we've got a lot to learn. Since then, we've actually, my wife especially, has done so well that the person that runs Prepper Camp actually recently asked her if she'd teach herbal class for it. So,
and I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to being a speaker.
In 2023, she's going to be a speaker at Prepper Camp on herbs. I highly encourage Prepper Camp. It is a 3-day event, and you will learn something. You will learn a lot, probably, especially if it's your first time. There's a lot of information to have and a lot of good people and community building. Yeah, that's pretty much how we got started into it, and it has been a journey. of mistakes and triumphs, and it will continue to be a journey of mistakes and triumphs.
Yeah.
And we're not going to hide that from you.
Yeah, we want to teach you the good, the bad, and everything to help you to maybe not make the mistakes that we made.
We know that when it comes to homesteading, there might be 15 different ways to do something. And what works for us might not work for you as well. And that's the thing that we want to bring is, if you leave a comment and you're like, well, I tried that didn't work, and then you tell us what did, let other people learn from you as well, and let us bring that to light. Please leave comments and questions, or if you want more information about something that we have talked about. We have books upon books upon books, and of reading and learning, and we learn something new pretty much every day.
So there's a vast amount of knowledge there that we could use on ourselves and our animals.
We do rabbits because it produces meat very quickly, low feed cost. I mean, really doesn't take much to feed a rabbit. So the return on investment, very good. Free fertilizer, they produce a lot of poop in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But that poop is wonderful for the garden.
And you could put it straight onto the garden. You don't have to wait like you do with chicken poop or cow manure. You don't have to wait to put it on. It won't burn your plants if you put it directly onto your plants in the garden.
And a couple of them will give you a lot of poop.
Yes.
A lot of poop.
Yeah.
In a short amount of time. And I don't know about you, go to Amazon or anywhere
it's expensive.
and look at how much rabbit poop is for a small bag.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Get your own poop.
Yeah.
Free fertilizer that works great.
Yeah.
You can tan the hide, or if you want to brush them, get the hair,
Get the hair out.
and you can make,
You could take that and weave it and get it into a yarn and then crochet or knit or whatever.
and it's soft.
Yeah.
So that can be, that one animal can serve so many different purposes that it's like, multi-purpose.
Yeah.
We prefer ducks over chickens because they don't tear up the ground. And ducks, we got khaki Campbell ducks, which look them up. They're actually produce more eggs than most chickens do, and they will produce longer. I think 5 years as opposed to chickens 3.
Like 2, 3.
Yeah, before they start
declining. Yeah.
Then goats,
Milking goats.
yeah, which she's the user of
You
milk.
can make so much from milk, cheese, and you can make goat soap and
Sour cream.
Oh yes, I love sour cream, and yogurt and cream cheese, and I mean, you name it, you can make it from that. It's a beneficial thing to have on a homestead.
And you can still eat goat.
And did you know that cashmere comes from goats? The goat fur?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Multi-purpose. When you're doing your homestead and looking at the animals that you're going to choose, be selective. Don't just, I've got to have a cow. I love beef. I do. I love beef.
Most people think cows and chickens are what you need.
I really love beef, and I'm not knocking beef, but for how much it costs to, raise a cow and keep it up and
Return
on investment, it's not for us. It might be for you if you have lots of land where you can let it eat and
graze all day.
Yeah. Great cow. Now, it's great for you. But for us, goats take up the milk for the cow.
Yeah. We'll go into that in another video of all the animals that we have and why we chose those.
please leave your comments. Any questions that you have, we'll either address it in the comment section or on one of the upcoming Homestead Huddles. I think that's what you wanted to call it? Homestead Huddle?
Homestead Huddle.
Homestead Huddle.
Thank you for joining in, and we appreciate you watching this video.
Please like, subscribe,
And share.
share.
Bye.
Bye.